What's going on, folks? It's actually Amungus, your coach of the Atlanta Sobble. Before we get into this video, I'm just going to go ahead and get the Rays ad out the way. Rays right now is having a sale. You felt like trying their energy drinks and maybe was interested in some of their supplements and clothing products, go ahead, click the link down below and get yourself some good deals. But without further ado, we're going to start the battle. I'm already missing the the battle's playing. my bad. Must have been playing during setup. This week we're playing up against Kiwi. As you see his face on the screen right here, because I kind of messed up my recording, so I don't have the team preview and the beginning of the battle. However, I had to go grab the screen cap from Kiwi's side, throw my man's handsome face on the screen and all that. One of the best guys in the league. Honestly, I think he's a great character, great fit, humble person. And I mean that, you know. We don't know each other well enough, but I got a lot of respect for Kiwi. And, well, this battle did start with a favorable lead matchup in my case. And what he would admit, I mean, if you could hear the audio,
I don't know, maybe that was greedy.
Playing through the video, Kiwi's exact response after this, if you see the emotion on his face, is I just threw.
Went for the earthquake.
Now,
I probably just threw.
I would give him more credit than that because we have a great battle from this point on. But be that as it may, turn one definitely put things heavily shifted in my favor. Was able to get the one-hit KO on the Salamence, which, you know, is obviously one of the most potent threats on this team. Obviously the most dangerous Pokemon on Team Tempest. It's in the logo. It's the kill leader. It's just a great Pokemon. We'll lose Nidoqueen in response, but I mean, I had basically brought it as a Salamence counter or as another way to deal with Salamence, because I do have the Slurpuff this week. You know, didn't want to just have one answer to that, but that was my way of blocking the looking at Aegislash. The Salamence lead was to also lead Nidoqueen. So he's gonna play with his type Null here too, eat up some hits. This was definitely one of the hardest Pokemon to prep for of my entire season. Its bulk and typing gives it a lot of great advantages up against my team. Although I do have my Pangoro this week. You can just see it speaks for itself, the way that it soaks up hits. And all that kind of thing. So, you know, it's gonna basically wall out my opportunity to try to get anything going at that stage with Aegislash. We'll go to Pangoro instead. I guess because knowing that he wants to go for the U-turn, I could bring this in pretty safely, and I don't know, maybe that was not the best play. I should have thought at least another turn ahead on that move right there when I analyze it right now. Having him reveal the U-turn, even though he tends to favor sets like Thunder Wave, Flame Charge, Iron Head to get Paraflinch, I could have guessed better what he was going to do. So he's got the Sandaconda on his team that creates a very small sand core. So it's important to play around this throughout the battle with Eldegoss. It also gives me opportunities to get free Leech Seeds off, which, you know, kind of has been one of the roles that Eldegoss has been playing most of the season for this team. It's just been, you know, able to come in on the bulky water types that have frankly dominated the league this year. And while it hasn't always worked, I lost to the Quagsire on Coach Arts' team. I lost to the Melodic on Coach Cryptic's team. Eldegoss has been effective at coming in, annoying. You know, it does miss his sleep powder, but it's got Cleric, status Cleric from my team. and it's able to do its thing to a certain extent at least. Obviously it also has the regenerator ability, so when it takes this U-turn, I can just switch out myself and it'll get most of that back, which it took that crit like a pro. I've been running a lot of mixed and defensive spreads on my Eldegoss because of how incredibly high its base special defense is. So, that could have factored in right there in that particular turn. We end up going to Aegislash on the Emolga, knowing the Air Slash is coming and knowing that there's really not that many attacks that Emolga can effectively go for on Aegislash. Probably just go for the Volt Switch on us, as I would be correct in predicting, and then get out. It does get, fairly decent damage in the process of Volt Switching. I mean, to be able to do like 40% like that to shield form Aegislash is impressive, but he's going to then switch to his own Steel type. Probably a suboptimal play by me right there, but maybe I was probably predicting the Sandaconda instead, thinking that he would go for a ground type that could hit me super effective. But the Caparage is carrying an Earthquake, so Coach Kiwi's plays make sense. I played decent during this game, but rewatching and reanalyzing, Kiwi does a very good job of capitalizing on some of the suboptimal plays I make. I wouldn't call them bad plays, really, like switching on the U-turn. It's not like it really it can cause my Pangoro to die or anything, but it was suboptimal to a certain extent, and having put himself behind so early, he's done a good job of regaining ground by making just slight pushes in the momentum of the game. He's gonna go for the max overgrowth here. It's gonna KO the Blastoise, so that's another Pokemon that is very reliable on my team. Down. And Coach Kiwi, he's a pretty talented player with a lot of good bulk on his team, and a mix of ways that he can go about it. On the bench, he didn't bring it this week. He also has Primarina. He can make some really solid cores. I think he probably brought the Emolga instead for the fact of air slashing my Pangoro and my Eldegoss, as well as having a type advantage over my Blastoise. But Primarina provides good resist. It also does have problems with Aegislash, but it's a very balanced and reliable team. There's very few weak links on this team. A low tier Pokemon like Type Null is extremely effective, has won him some battles during this season and all that kind of thing. Now, I do start making some slightly better plays, burning his Dynamax down before I use mine, putting the Caparaja to sleep because it's such a big problem for my team, and it really, unless I can get him to stay in on a Pangoro somehow, doesn't make sense for him to do that, especially when he has a Emolga. There's really no way I can deal with this thing besides chipping it down, Leech Seed, hit here, hit there type of strategy like I had been employing. So he's going to go to the Emolga on the Eldegoss again, so we already know what's coming. And at the health we're at, is this where do I try to take one? Yeah, I at the health I'm at, I try to take one and actually end up dodging the air slash. So obviously that's huge for my team. It allows me to get really big damage on Emolga and trigger my tech of the week, which is an eject pack Eldegoss to Leaf Storm if he did bring Primarina, or on the Sandaconda, and then switch out to probably this Pangoro, which is able to Drain Punch, hit the Caparaja, hit the Lycanroc, hit the Type Null, basically anything except for the Emolga and Primarina that are on his roster. And the Salamence, but you know, we all know what happened to that. Oh, Eldegoss didn't die yet, sorry. Emolga. Clicked the wrong E. Wait, did Emolga die? Yeah, Emolga went down there. So yeah, Pangoro's gonna get paralyzed, although at base 58 is one of the slowest Pokemon in the matchup anyway. Pangoro's gonna come out and we're gonna dance a little bit, trying to get him to give me this Sandaconda. This is the main thing that I want to get out of my way in order to advance my game plan. Getting rid of this would allow me to try to work with Aegislash, and getting rid of Caparaja would allow me to try to work with Slurpuff. So getting rid of either of those is my goal at this point of the battle. Type Null is weakened, and it's really not an offensive threat. So like, say I were to get rid of the two bulkier Pokemon that I'm talking about, Caparaja and Sandaconda, if all you got is a Lycanroc in the back, Type Null is really not a threat. It's not gonna finish off the game by itself, most likely against my team that includes both, great typings. It's like, what are you gonna do against? I know you might Flame Charge, but what are you really gonna do to hit Aegislash when I have King Shield? I can just make it weaker and weaker. I'm rambling on a little bit about the theory behind it, but you get the point. It's that kind of thing where I'm trying to devalue his team right now. I'm not able to have a point A to point B type of attack. I've got to decrease the value of his team before I really take over the battle. And it takes a while. It takes a lot of turns of us switching back and forth. As I said, Coach Kiwi does more than solid job of playing around and my threats and taking advantage of any suboptimal plays that I make. We're sitting at 4-4 right now, and in the game, besides that first turn, has really been a lot of Kiwi. I made some good plays, got rid of the Emolga, which is tricky to deal with for a lot of my team, for lack of a better word. But I feel like Kiwi probably at this point knows what I'm trying to do and is able to dance the dance around me very well. Now, as the timer goes out, I figure I go all for broke. I know that he's going to go for Caparaja, but in order to get the KO, I'm going to go for the Leaf Storm here on the last turn. And it's going to give me a 4-3 lead. After Leech Seed, it will KO. But with that being said, I still have the Aegislash with health. I still have a fully healthy Slurpuff that would want to set up, and I can still regenerate this to heal it quite a bit. So it's unfortunate because I consider Kiwi such a high character guy. I didn't particularly like to do this, but I turned down the opportunity to finish this battle on Showdown and grant him Timer Clause. I just went ahead and took the 4-3 win because I just figured that, like, better safe than sorry. It's certainly no disrespect to Kiwi. I obviously consider him a high character guy within the league, but we're going to go ahead and pick up the 4-3 win right there. And with that being said, I'm going to sign off for this one. Y'all be on the lookout because I have a backup of edited PWD videos that I'm going to try to get out as quick as possible. I've got real life situations going on just like everybody else. But be on the lookout for that thing. Don't forget to check out the Raise link. And of course, if you haven't checked out Coach Kiwi, I can't say any more about a quality human being. Go check out his content. He posts videos every single day. You'll enjoy the content. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna sign off. This is Amoongus signing off. Peace.